So let's continue with the UFO class. We need another public bool method, is not flying, which simply return if the state is not state flying. That's it, bool. And then we need a public is destroyed method that will take a coordinate, which will be the a beam coordinate. And here we need a bool result, which we initially set to false. So, if the beam coordinates x value is greater than the UFO's x coordinate, and the beam coordinates x value is less than the UFO's x coordinates plus 8. And finally, if the beam coordinates y value equals the UFO's y value plus 1, then we set the result to true and just return the result. Finally, we need a public method get coordinate, which just returns the coordinate. Simple. Now to the game class. Here we have UFO.invoke so far. Now let's create a new method here. Private void check. Alright, so here we just check if the UFO is not flying, then we just return. And otherwise, we check if the UFO dot is destroyed, and there we send the ship beam coordinate. Alright, yeah, we have get beams method. Alright, let's create a generic list of beam-based objects called beams, and we use the ship get beams, and then we just loop over all the beams. So for each var beam in beams, now we can send the current beam's coordinates, beam.get coordinates. Alright. We also need a beam to delete. So we can store the current beam in the for each loop and then later delete it. Beam to delete we will set to the current beam, and we just add an explosion where we get the UFO's coordinate, get coordinate, and we send the explosion type large. Alright, and then we just instantiate the UFO variable again, new UFO. We increase the score by 1000 and then play the enemy sound, the enemy explosion sound. And then finally we check if the beam to delete is not null, then we delete it. So ship.delete beams. Alright, we have a delete beams. Okay, so let's change the beam to delete to a generic list of beam base called beams to delete. And here we just write beams to delete, add beam. Now, here we can now send the beams to delete. So if beams to delete is not null, we call ship delete beams. And here in the game loop, we just add the UFO destroy check, a method call. Alright. Here, okay, I forgot to instantiate the list, new list beam base. Alright, another error, extra plus there. So let's compile again. So we can delete a few enemies so that it will be easier to hit the UFO whenever it appears. And then in the sound class, let's decrease the volume of the UFO. Let's delete a few of the enemies first. Alright, and we hit and destroy the UFO. We're done.